Back again with another video. So, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the last video. It's been a while. Saturn is currently retrograding back into my midheaven slash 10th house. Well, I mean, Saturn's been in my 10th house, but it's going back to my Scorpio side, and I've just been so busy. And it's hitting my midheaven again. I know, don't you feel my pain? But it's okay, because we have Jupiter now in Virgo, which means I'm going to be more busy. Yay. But, shh, I know other astrologers are excited. I'm not the biggest fan of Jupiter going into Virgo. I had a party when Jupiter was in Leo. People were generous. It's like, let's go out to dinner. Let's go, let's do all these things. And then, Jupiter goes back into Virgo. And I'm just like, oh, it's probably going to be like Jupiter in Cancer. Because let me tell you something. Jupiter in Cancer was horrible. Then again, my natal Jupiter's in a fire sign, so naturally I would want it to be in a fire sign forever, it might trine my sun for like a hot minute, but yay. Anyways, so hope everyone's doing well. Today I wanted to chat about moon signs. So I just get so excited because the moon is like my favorite aspect in an astrology chart, even besides North Node. I mean, we'll talk more about that later. But North Nodes and Pluto, and actually I'm into Pluto lately, and the outer planets are fascinating subjects that I just love to dive into. But so yes, the moon, I love to get to know people on a deep, deep level. So when I meet people, I just want to get to know them right to the core. It's like who are you? And moon signs help me with that. Because I know the sun sign, but once you get to really know the person, I feel like you get to really feel their essence when you break into their moon. So this is going to be a quick video of my impersonations and my thoughts on each moon sign. But if you're looking for more in-depth analysis of that, you can go see other astrologers like Alyssa Sharp or Edward Lerner or Cowgirl Astrologer Crystal Lynn and others like Penny Astrology and many others. So I would defer to their hard work, and like Carolyn Mayberry and many others. So go check out their work. But this is just my quick interpretation of the different moon signs. So the first one is Aries. I love moon in Aries because people with moon in Aries get right to the point. They're like, yes, we got to do this right now. Let's go. And then as soon as you're like, wait a minute, hold on, they're like, fuck it, I don't want to do it anymore. So it's like, okay, you should leave me alone. Like, and then they moved on to the next thing. So it's like compared to like an Aries sun where they blow up and they get mad and they get happy in 5 minutes. A moon in Aries will really like blow the fuck up. I've worked with them. I've seen them. They get so angry, but then they're okay, and they're moved on to their next project, and they're like, fuck you for not wanting to be part of it. I'm just like, okay, I'm sorry. So that as you know, moon in Taurus is one of my interesting positions. I have lots of friends with moon in Taurus, and as a Taurus sun, as I explained in my last video, it's kind of weird because I'm like, oh, I love food, and they're like, me too, but I really want to own you. It's like, okay, hold on. But no, moon in Taurus is a really grounded people, and you can really have a really good understanding with and feel comforted by a moon in Taurus, but not for too long. No. Moon in Gemini, these people are hilarious because one minute they're like, yes, and then one minute they're like, no, and you're like, well, wait, aren't you a Cancer? Like, and then they hop on ideas, and then they get bits of information, and they get all confused, and then they confuse you, and then you get re-confused, and then they're like, hi, I outsmarted you all along, and I'm like, okay, you outsmarted me. Moon in Cancer. Now this is an interesting one because the moon is, supposed to be the ruler of Cancer. So when you meet a person with moon in Cancer, I always thought that they're going to be the most well-balanced people because it means that they're probably nurtured, their mother was great, blah, 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 blah. But when I talk to moon in Cancer people, they're like, first for me, and I'm going to reveal that I'm an Aquarius moon, so it's so hard for me to understand when I have a conversation with the moon in Cancer because they get so passionate, but it takes them 1,000 years to open up to that stuff. So it's like you're trying to get to know them and reassure them, and it doesn't matter. Like they and then when you're like, okay, fine, I'm walking away, that's when they unleash, and they give you who they are. And I really love moon and cancers. I have a few friends that are moon and cancers, and more power to them. But moon and Leo, I just love. Like, the opposites attract. Moon and Leo people are fun. They're arrogant as fuck. They're pompous as fuck. But they're fun, and they're always down to intellectualize and get more and more engrossed into things. And then they think that they're the boss and king of them, or queen. But I really, really love Moon and Leo. I love them. They're the life of the party. They're very outspoken. They're very, prideful people. Unless, there's something bad aspecting their poor moon, and that's just a shame if that's the case. But Moon in Virgo, it's not one of my favorite positions in the chart. I mean, I have good people. My mother has Moon in Virgo. It's not really one of the placements that I'm like, yay. But I have a couple good friends with Moon in Virgo. They're very much like the type of people that it's like hard for them to really intellectualize how they feel about something. So when I talk to a Moon in Virgo and they're like, yeah, I just cleaned the floor and mopped the dishes and did the dishes and whatever, and I'm doing all these chores, and I'm like, oh, what do you do else cleaning? And it's like, well, come on, like, there's more to life. But I don't know, but they're really good, when you have like you want to take your big problems from the sky and bring them down to earth. They're probably the best people to go and get comforted in that sense, to take your whatever you're trying to talk about and intellectualize it and break it into pieces and make it, regurgitate so it makes sense to you. Now, Moon in Libra. I love Moon in Libra people, but when the Libra, it's kind of like the Gemini when you get the twins. The Libra, if the scale's off and they're codependent, run away. Because these people will be like, please help me. I can't deal with the world. We need to fight it. And it's like, okay, it's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean? But, they really need that, like, stability. And I guess they get that with their partners. But I have never had really bad issues with Moon and Libra people. I've come across some Moon and Libra people where it's just like, and you said you were going to do this, and you said you were going to do that. You left me hanging. And it's just like, they're really dramatic. But yeah, that's Moon and Libra. Moon and Scorpio people, like I said in my last video, I love them. You get to have these deep conversations, and you feel really comforted on a deep level until they go like 1, 2, 3 gone. And they're either exploding off a mountain, or they're coming back to like kill you in the best way, like mentally kill you. Like they'll be like, this is wrong. What's wrong with you? This is the reason why you don't have a life, and this is how you get a life. But I'm not gonna help you get a life because I'm out of your life. Deuces. And it's just like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. Our moon's square. But yeah. So then you got Moon in Sagittarius, and Moon in Sagittarius people are like, oh, look, a butterfly, and then they're gone. I'm still waiting for them to come back in my life. No, all serious. No, they love to travel. They're not the most deepest people. Like you when you go to a Moon in Sagittarius, do not expect them to sit there and soak up your problems. Do not go to these people. Go to these people to have a good time. If you need to get out of your house, get out of your comfort zone, blah blah blah, travel with them. Go places. Do it. Go pick a Moon in Sagittarius for that. But if you want to get there and coddled and for someone to treat you, in the way that you feel warm and comforted, do not go to these people, because I don't care what aspects they have, what house placement it's in. These people are social butterflies. They're out to really just feel the world and travel the world and get to know the world and philosophicalize, yes, I just created that word, up about the world. And they're not going to sit there and wait for you. Don't put these people in positions where you think that you can, like, keep them at bay, because that's not going to happen with these people. So if you want to, feel someone to sit there and listen to your tears, find a Moon and Cancer friend. Hopefully they aspect well with your synastry. Okay. Now, Moon and Capricorn people. These are, again, like kind of like, they kind of, for me, remind me of a Scorpio moon in a sense that they're very deep. But the depth is a lot different. Scorpio, that you can talk to them about anything. And Capricorn, Moon, in my experience, they talk, they hang out, but they don't really interact with you on a deep level until you piss them off and you hurt them, or they're hurt by something. I feel like then they'll let you know who they really are, but until you get to that point, you really don't know who the hell they are. You don't know what really bothers them, because I feel like they really keep everything deep inside them. And I really feel that, they can be kind of boring, but then they have these, at the same time, they can have very sarcastical humor, and they can have this deep, dark humor. And I love the energy of Capricorn in that sense. Sun, Moon, Ascendant, they all have that witty, dark humor to them, in that essence. And then lastly, we got Moon and Pisces. Now, this is a tricky one, because for me, when you try to get to know someone on a deep level, Pisces is a sign that they kind of try to blend in with everything. So it's like your what's that song? 99 bottles of beer on the wall. You're trying to take one down and pass it around, and you still got 99 bottles of beer on the wall, like with a Pisces moon. And you're trying to figure out, who they are, and it's like you're in a whole nother world. But when you really get to know a Moon in Pisces, one of my best friends is the Moon in Pisces, and it took me years to figure out this person at the core. But you realize, like, they're just really sensitive, loving people, unless they're badly aspect or they haven't really matured themselves, because then they become, very selfish and selfless kind of way. But they're really caring people, and they're really wanting to, blend in, and there's such a depth, but it's not like the depth of Scorpio, or even like I was saying with Capricorn. It's like a very blended depth with them, and they have like this experience. You can see when you can see a Moon in Pisces person. When you see them in their eyes, you can tell, like, they're not even here, they're gone. And you're like, well, wait, aren't you a Capricorn sun? And then you look into their eyes and you see that they're not a Moon in Pisces. And you know what I just realized? I totally just messed up, because I went from Capricorn straight over to Pisces, because I'm not egocentric. No, like, and how could I forget Moon in Aquarius? Moon in Aquarius people, we can be arrogant as hell. And so, but it's like, don't tell us what we know, because we already know it. But we come off with that, but we're very, humanitarian driven people, and we love people in a way that, not necessarily like a Pisces or even a Scorpio or Cancer or any of these other, even Aries moon types. We're just all about, like, helping people understand where we are. So, Aquarius is, they want to help, and I feel like that's kind of, from the seventh house on, or the seventh sign on, they're really about more interacting with people and helping them, get to where they want to get, and understanding that. And each of them have their own different flavor on how they get that done. All right, so thank you for watching this video. Sorry about the mess up in order, but I will be doing a Mercury kind of vid very soon, so be on the lookout for that. And until next time, okay, goodbye.